You have more than one banker, right?
I do.
Yeah.
I bank with like 4 banks.
Yeah.
But there's always that person,
When
right?
that's special in your heart.
That special person he takes the time. He will give me the call, give me the information that I need. I mean, I'm literally meeting with him at least once a month.
Are you finding it most difficult? Because right now, I mean, we're about 3 points higher than we were, 6 months ago in interest rates or so. Some banks are much higher. There's a big spread between what even banks are offering now. Some may be as low as 6, and some of them are saying, man, 7.5, and we're offering a great rate. I mean, it really is kind of varying all over the board with, 8% being out there, very much readily available. So are you waiting for the rates to fluctuate, or maybe the cost of construction and labor, or what are some of the big levers that you're kind of waiting to pull?
My construction costs will be fixed, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Materials will vary a little bit. The land I own, so that's not a problem. The interest rate does make a huge difference, obviously, but there are programs that are rolling out next year, 2%, 25-year loan. Obviously it's a bid process. You have to get approved for something like that through Front Porch Investments, So that would make the deal pencil in.
What's Front Porch Investments?
You need to look it up.
Okay. Is it?
It's a nonprofit organization. Okay. They're into providing, obviously, housing back to the community. So if you have a project that pencils in certain number of things, they've had a couple of grants that they rolled out, but their biggest one is coming up. It's 2% fixed for 20 to 25 years. I mean, that's insane in this market, obviously. But I also think, interest rates make a huge difference when you're trying to pencil a construction project in any. Here's the thing, though. I believe it's important to sit down with your banker. I meet with my banker frequently. We text, how are the interest rates? How is it coming along? What do you see? I mean, I'm consistently on track. I do it for my own stuff and I do it for my clients' projects in construction because obviously that can fluctuate. If they win, I win. So it just makes sense to build that relationship.
You have more than one banker, right?
I do.
Yeah.
I bank with like 4 banks.
Yeah.
But there's always that person,
When
right?
that's special in your heart.
That special person he takes the time. He will give me the call, give me the information that I need. I mean, I'm literally meeting with him at least once a month. Just coffee. Tell me, what do you see on the banking side? I want to be informed.
No, that makes sense because, especially on the construction side, because it's not even just the rate that we have now. Even if you can fix that interest rate on the construction side for now, when it balloons in 12, 18, 24, 30 months, however long the interest-only period is. Now, from what we're hearing, interest rates should not be going much higher than they are now and should start on their way back down. But once again, this is all talking heads. I don't know if I believe any of that. I mean,
we don't know.
Because we still haven't
surpassed.
We still haven't surpassed inflation, and technically that gets you to just a ground zero when interest rates are matching inflation, and we haven't even toyed with that level yet. So it's hard to say that that's actually going to come to fruition in 6-12 months that interest rates are going to start trickling back down. I don't know. So I really love that. That was one of the first things that I did. Created my PFS, and then I started meeting with all the bankers I could and set up regular meetings because they're the ones controlling the money and the debt. They're the ones controlling the terms. And guess what? If you make a better relationship with a banker, not only are you going to be more informed, typically your deal is going to be pushed to the top of the stack. And honestly, you're going to have more room to negotiate to get better rate, better terms. You're at least going to be heard in that. You're not going to be given what the cookie cutter term sheet that everybody else is given because they know that you're proactive in this. They know that you care. They know that you're putting a lot of additional thought into this project, and it's also not a one-off instance for them. And although there's maybe some work on their side of having these meetings with you, et cetera, you're basically making their job a heck of a lot easier when they have to go to their presidents and vice presidents and discuss, hey, Sonia Macias is going to build this, construction project. Here's her resume. Here's her background. This is her philosophy on it. And they can dictate that for you and be able to basically set the picture and, give off your story so that when you do go in for these projects, Or say if you come into a point where you need a capital call, there's a big run on construction costs, you get halted on the project, you have a couple months of additional holding costs that you weren't expecting. Typically, banks are a lot more understanding when you have really solid communication with them. So I just love that.